Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to take a second and talk a little bit about the draft, or at least my experience when I was going through the draft process. I know June's coming up right around the corner, and there may be a lot of you guys out there, who are looking to get drafted or think they're going to get drafted. And I just thought that if I shared my experience, it might help answer some of the questions that you may have in your head. Because I know when I was going through it, I didn't know what what was ahead of me. I only went through it once, so. If there was someone there to help me or tell me what I can expect, it would have helped me a lot. So that's the point of this video to you, is just to give you my experience with the draft and what you might expect as far as that goes. Out of high school, I thought I was going to get drafted. I was 6'4", probably 230 at the time. Good fastball, able to touch 90 mile an hour. I thought I had a good slider. And I would get these note cards from these little index size cards from these professional scouts, where you would fill them out with your name and your information and stuff, and send them back in. So I thought, oh my God, I got these cards, I'm probably gonna be drafted. Little did I know that had nothing to do with it, or maybe it does. Obviously there's some scouts out there looking and got to see me, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be drafted. At the time I was receiving a bunch of mail from colleges, and that's a whole nother video I'm gonna get into, because that's a whole nother cup of beans right there, the college recruiting process and the mail. But I was getting a lot of mail for colleges at the time, and only a few of those professional index cards. So then I went to junior college. Luckily, lucked out, went to junior college, and my draft eligibility stayed the same, so I was able to stay eligible for the draft. But then again, I didn't get drafted. I thought I was every year I was going to get drafted. I never sat down and talked to a scout face to face, during any time of those years. I just assumed. I thought that's the way it worked. And it wasn't until my senior year of college, and I was in Auburn University at that time, and I was having a great season, and I was pitching well. And by the way, my mindset, all I did was change my mindset. I said, hey, this might be my last year. I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to challenge guys. I'm going to throw my best stuff and not worry about anything else. That's the only thing I changed. All my physical abilities were still the same. Still had the same fastball, same slider and everything. So that was the only difference I made, and that was what got me drafted. I had a great year. Put up, was all SEC, all American. Put up some great numbers, led the nation in appearances, had a bunch of saves, and a bunch of innings. It was great. It was a great time. That was the only thing I changed. But back to the draft, I definitely knew I was getting drafted that year, because I sat down and talked face to face with a bunch of scouts. They would come into the baseball offices at Auburn, and they would come in, and it was basically, they would ask you some questions, and they were trying to feel out your signability. So basically, they'll ask you questions if you're ready to go. Would you sign? How much would you sign for in the draft? So they want to know what they can. Basically, it's a business. They want to know what they can get you for, how cheap they can get you for. And I was a senior sign, so I didn't have a lot of leverage to give. But I took the standpoint, and I think everyone should take the standpoint of, I just want to go play. I'll go for whatever it is. Whatever you're going to give me as far as a signing bonus, that's fine. And then you can let your agent handle the actual deal, and coming up with a number to put on it. But if you do that, just say, hey, I want to play, I want to do this. I just want to get out there and play for your team, whatever team. If you're talking to whoever, the Blue Jays, you say, oh, I would love to be a Blue Jay. Whatever team it is, to go out there and play, and then let your agent deal with the rest of that stuff, the numbers and all that stuff. So as far as the draft process goes, there's not a really lot of talking to be done. So you may not even, some guys get drafted, they don't even expect to get drafted. In my case, I always thought I was going to get drafted those first 4 years, and it didn't happen until my last year. And at that time, I was talking to a lot of scouts. So really, you never know. But for those guys who are in the same spot as me, looking to get drafted or expect to get drafted this June, please, leave me a comment, leave me a question if you have any questions. I don't know if I specifically answered any questions for you guys that you might be having, but if you have any other specific stuff that you want me to address, go ahead and leave a question, leave a comment, and I'll answer you specifically. I'm here to help any way there is, and good luck to you guys coming up in the June draft that expect to get drafted. YouGoProBaseball.com. Don't forget to subscribe.
If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and then join the free newsletter at YouGoProBaseball.com.